All right, Shalom. All right, first and foremost, I'd like to get all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bashem Yahawashi, Bashem Kakadash. Double honors to my apostles and elders, a great millstone, and peace and salutation to the hopeful elect that's pushing the word, truth, and sincerity. All right, this is on Shagabar with a quick lesson, from the Wisconsin branch. Just coming at you with a quick lesson, man, that's been on my spirit for the past week or two, and I've been down for a little bit, man, and I've been really a little messed up a little bit, man, a little sick here and there for a few days, but the water Yahawashi shot for me bouncing back. But no further ado, man, basically, people that know that we are in this truth, that a lot of these enchantments, these curses and stuff like that, they be trying to put on us, to be all fucked up and stuff like that. So, but the main topic is, man, you can't curse the real men of the Lord. You can't curse the real men of the Lord, and that's written in stone. That's stamped already right there. So when you in this truth, and you got the spirit Yahawashi on your side, nothing can really overcome you. Honor the Lord's will, like you see people that you see these like different symbols and people throwing goat horns and shit at you and shit. It'd be through the spirit, man, trying to curse you, chant and all that shit don't even work on the men of the Lord, man. But slack you. But I'm gonna get into numbers, man. It ain't gonna be long. But I'm gonna get into numbers a little bit, about Balaam, be trying to curse Israel, but that shit won't work without the will of Yahawashi. But I'm gonna get into it real quick. I'm just gonna read numbers real quick. This is Numbers 23:7. It says, and he took up his parable and said, Balak, the king of Moab, hath brought me from Aram out of the mountains of the east, saying, come curse me, Jacob, and come defy Israel. How shall I curse whom the Most High hath not cursed? O how shall I defy whom the Lord Yahweh have not defiled? Right? So that lets you know it's the will of the Heavenly Father, man. He controls everything. That's what the Lord said. He created evil. Alright? He created darkness and light. Okay? I'm gonna jump to 23. I ain't gonna read the whole chapter. I'm just gonna get some points. Surely there is no enchantment against Jacob, which is you Negroes like to those Native Americans. All right, neither there is no divination against Israel. According to this time, it shall be said of Jacob and of Israel, what have the Most High wrought? All right. So if you look at that word, divination. Okay. As a matter of fact, I'm going to the Strong's real quick.
Strong's H 7081. Kessin. Kessin.
Yeah, Kessin. Well, it's a Hebrew word, but it's an actual real Hebrew word of that. But I'm outside, so divination means witchcraft, man. Okay, so divination include oracle, divine sentence, witchcraft. Okay, so that's what divination means. Okay, it means witchcraft, man. All right. It says, surely there is no enchantment against Jacob, neither there's any divination, which is witchcraft, against Israel. According to this time, it shall be said of Jacob and Israel, what hath the Most High wrought? Behold, the people shall rise up as a great lion, and lift up himself as a young lion. He shall not lie down until he eat of the prey and drink the blood of the slain. But the main focal point is, man, you can't curse the real. You can't curse Israel, man. You can't curse Israel, starting with the elect. Okay, but Jake, we still under the curses because the Lord punished us because we went off. Okay, it only takes Yahweh. You know what I'm saying? Yahweh Shai, to curse us. And because we got cursed because we disobeyed the Heavenly Father, man. So basically, Balaam, you know what I'm saying, couldn't curse Israel even when he was paid to, right? So because the Lord, Yahweh, has his spirit on them, okay, same applies today. But the elect is the only ones. It's not going to fall into that under that witchcraft curse, because we got the Wah, man. We got the hedge, from Yahweh Shema Shai. Okay. The true men of the Lord are covered. Okay, and so no witchcraft curses. We already over here, we already in Babylon, we already suffering and shit, but the Lord, it takes the Lord, it take Yahweh Shema Shai for him to save his elect out of it, okay? But at the same time, these low-level witchcraft motherfuckers, these sorceries and all that stuff, man, they can't really top the man of the Lord, get the man of the Lord off his square by cursing and putting up enchantments and shit against us, man. These low-level witchcraft motherfuckers, they can't do it. You know what I'm saying? They can't even do it. So, and also, it's also a weapon too, man. I'm gonna go to Isaiah 54:17. It's Matthew 54. No, Salaki, not Matthew. I'm sorry. I ain't see it. Isaiah 54 and 17. It says, "No weapon that is formed against thee shall prosper. Every tongue that shall rise against thee in judgment, thou shalt condemn. This is the heritage of the servants of the Lord, and their righteousness is of me, saith the Lord Yahweh." Okay. So basically, man, no weapon, is formed against us. Starting with the elect. Okay. And also a weapon could be physical, it could be spiritual, none of those weapons can form against us. So will be formed, but they won't succeed at all. Okay. The Lord Yahweh allows the attempt, but not the victory. All right. This includes curses, false accusations and persecution. A lot of people don't know it's up to the will of the Heavenly Father to have them perform these things. Okay. So you gotta trust in Yahweh Shema Shai for for you not to fall into that category. All right. So you got motherfuckers chatting against us, man. Like right now, as we speak, and coming to find out the shit ain't gonna work. And I was riding with a brother one day and going past a little man was going chatting, hand chatting and shit towards the car. And I was like, and that's what made me put this lesson together. You know what I'm saying? And I be seeing a lot of Baphomet symbol around the corner from my crib. You know what I'm saying? It's on a fiber box, and it's a altar. It's an altar 5-point star altar. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a lot of witches around here. You know what I'm saying? And we can spot one easy. And they be putting enchantments on people and shit like that. That shit ain't gonna work. But that's the name of the Lord. None of these witches don't know the Lord. They probably seen it before on the highways and byways in Kenosha. They in society so good, they don't really can't really tell what's but anyway, I'm gonna go to Psalms. Psalms 109 and is that 26? Yep, this is on Psalms 109 and 26. No, 28, Salakia. No, I'm 26. It says, help me, O Yahweh, my power, O save me according to thy mercy, that they may know that this is thy hand, that thou Lord has done. Let them curse, but bless thou. When they arise, let them be ashamed, but let thy servant rejoice. Right? All right? It says, let my adversaries be clothed with shame, and let them cover themselves with their own confusion and with a mantle. Right? Let them curse that. All right? See, people will curse and come against the Lord's servants, man. But the Lord, Yahweh Shema Shai, flips it, man. He intercept that shit because we are his servants, man. All right? He blesses his men, right? While their enemies end up confounded. Okay? And then I'm gonna say this too, man. You got the nigga woman put chants, curses up and shit, man. That thing with Maggie the Stallion and that other guy, I forgot his name because it really don't fucking concern me. I really don't give a fuck, really. You know what I'm saying? They broke up, and then you got the nigga woman putting curses on people and shit. That's that bullshit, and then you got the so-called black woman and nigga woman, they into the witchcraft shit too, man. And brothers out there gotta be very careful what they deal with out here. Very careful what they deal with. Because they get into that witchcraft shit too. Especially down south. Not just down south, here too, but mainly that shit. Verse 28, let them curse, but bless thou. When they arise, let them be ashamed, but let thy servants rejoice. Because we ain't got to worry about that curses and all that shit, man. We ain't got to worry about that because it's all up to the Heavenly Father, man. Okay. And you got the top elites, you know what I'm saying? They got his minions trying to Christ and Jesus, man, the Lord is not going to protect you in that day. You know? I'm going to stay in Psalms. I'm going to go to Psalms 37 and it's like the wind blowing because I'm at the lake. That's why I always do my lessons at the lake. It's nice outside. Psalms 37 and 12. It says the wicked plotteth against the just. Who's the just? Matter of fact, who's the wicked? Esau, Edom. Okay, he plotting against the just. Was the men of the Lord. Okay, starting with the elect. All right, the wicked plotted against the just and gnashes upon him with his teeth. You know, he want to really overthrow us, man. You know, the Lord shall laugh at him, for he seeth that his day is coming. All right. You know, it says the wicked have drawn out the sword and have bent their bow to cast down the poor and needy, and to slay such as be of upright conversation. Their sword shall enter into their own heart, which they, you know, they mind. All right. And their bows shall be broken. All right. So the more they plot, the more they, you know, doing all this extra shit, this extracurricular, this extra, you know what I'm saying, plotting and putting up enchantments and witchcraft stuff, man. The Lord is intercepting that shit, man. Okay? You know, the wicked, you know what I'm saying, really, he saw Edom, okay? And you know, can plot, speak evil, and eventually spiritual attacks, you know. But the Lord, Yahweh Shai, already sees their downfall, you know, and their effort is so pointless, you know, and they can't really overstep the elect. You know, they go into their seance, they put chanting curses and shit up. Nah, you can't curse the name of the Lord. You can't do it. Ain't no way. No fucking way. You know. Job 5 and 12. It says he disappointed the devices of the crafty, so their hands cannot perform their enterprise. Okay? I'm gonna tell you like this, man. Any scheme, whether physical or spiritual, like I just said before, you know, get shut down by the Lord. Get shut down by Yahweh Shai. Alright? When it's against his elect. Okay? Because any device, any crafty, cunning, crafty thought of Esau, man, all that shit gets shut down when it comes to the men of the Lord, though. Because 2/3 of our people, man, they ain't got the truth. That's why they out here fucked up. That's why curses deep on them, you know. Job 5 and 12, again, it says he disappointed the devices of the crafty, so their hands cannot perform their enterprise. Okay, they wicked, cunning, you know, devices, right? They enterprise, all right? Their success, that wicked success, man. Okay, because they know this shit falling. You know they losing their power and stuff like that, man. That's why they going hard, you know. So basically, man, that's the end of the lesson, man. It was just a little short lesson, man. Basically, you know, I'm gonna say like this: no enchantments works, no curse sticks, okay, no weapon prospers, man. It's all about whether the Lord is dealing with you or